The Spanish probe into the alleged banker, described as an intrinsic link between the Lyons mob and the Irish Kinahan cartel, is investigating new suspects. Costa Del Sol cops who arrested Johnny Morrissey, who's 66, and his Scottish wife Nicola in Marbella 4 years ago, have expanded their probe with around 20 people under investigation. The revelations come in the wake of the bombshell snarings of Glasgow kingpin Stephen Lyons and Irish cartel boss Daniel Kinahan. Morrissey, a British-born Irish passport holder, was held with Nicola of Glasgow and another alleged conspirator after a raid in Marbella in September 2022. They were nicked on suspicion of money laundering and being alleged members of a criminal gang with ties to the Glasgow El Mob and the Kinahans. The long-running probe saw the trio released on bail and the passports confiscated to prevent them fleeing the country. It's now emerged that Spanish court officials have widened the Morrissey probe, which is being coordinated in Marbella. However, due to the complexity of the work involved, prosecutors specialising in economic crimes have been brought in to help. No charges have yet been laid, a normal procedure in Spain where prosecutors are invited to submit indictments shortly before trial. It's also common for behind closed doors probes to take years to complete. A spokesman for Andalusia's High Court of Justice said of the Morrissey probe, "The case is still in preliminary proceedings. It's a very complex money laundering case due to all the international connections that were being investigated. Initially 3 people were arrested. All 3 are free with conditions attached to the provisional release after posting bail." But the investigation has progressed and now around 20 suspects have been identified, 10 of whom have been located. We told how Morrissey was said to be key to a series of coordinated raids last month on the line's Spanish-based operations. Sources claimed Kingpin had relied on the services of Morrissey, a long-standing member of the Kinahan cartel. The vodka firm boss was held amid claims he used his Scots booze firm as a smokescreen for the cartel's money laundering. We told how Lyons is now being held by military police in the Netherlands. He was paraded in an orange jumpsuit after being captured last month when he flew into Bali in Indonesia. The mobster faces a court hearing in Amsterdam in June, ahead of extradition to Spain, to face allegations of laundering £26 million. And Spanish authorities have revealed they're still hunting several fugitives following their Lyons gang takedown. As court officials said, 24 people they described as being all foreigners were under investigation in Spain, but only 7 suspects have been arrested there so far. The Civil Guard released spectacular footage last week showing heavily armed officers smashing down doors with battering rams as they dubbed his gang a highly sophisticated criminal organisation characterised by violence. We told how the Fuengirola pub where owners Ross Monaghan, a senior Lions gang member, was assassinated along with Stephen's brother Eddie Jr. after last May's Champions League final was one of the places the Civil Guard targeted. The seafront drinking hole Monaghan's in Fuengirola reopened under the new name Irish Rovers after the brutal crime linked by Spanish police to a turf war between the Lions gang and the rival Daniel crime clan. Alleged killer Michael Riley is currently languishing in prison near Malaga after being arrested in Liverpool last June. Meanwhile, Stephen Lyons' wife Amanda was nicked in Dubai just weeks before Daniel Kinahan suffered a similar sensational fate in the United Arab Emirates. Police swooped on the Irish gang boss following a 48-hour surveillance operation. Kinahan could face a life sentence when he's extradited to his home country, where he is wanted for directing the organised crime group's feud with rival hoods. The US had put a $5 million bounty on his head in 2022. He was arrested in the United Arab Emirates city on Wednesday, but it was kept under wraps until confirmation from cops just before 5 p.m. on Friday. Sources said only a handful of officers and officials were aware of the news and it was kept very tight. But families of the victims of the Kinahan mob were overjoyed at the development. Nolene Barr, whose brother Michael was murdered in April 2016 by the cartel, said this is a great day for everyone whose lives have been destroyed by the criminal organisation controlled by this man.